Okay. Alrighty, let's get this going. Plug that. Oh shoot, I need my battery. Ugh. Hey, there we go. Hey, there we go. Oh, everybody's on Schmoke's channel. That's all right. Gives me some time here. All right. Hey, 2 people watching. Let me guess. Keith jumped in. Happy Sunday. Okay. Hey, what is up, Mike? Welcome. Welcome to Scrapturday on a Sunday. All right, so what are we going to make today? I had wanted to do a glue up. That didn't happen. Band competition went late, and it was not a good competition. Wasn't really in the mood for doing much last night. Been busy all week. But I do have some cool pieces, some small pieces, a black walnut I'd like to use. About 1 inch by 2 inch true, maybe 1 by 1.5. I got some maple that'll mate with it pretty well. I think we can make something out of that. Just not sure what. But got to make some room on the table. So, I want to flip that, I think. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I can lock that in place. That's so cool. I gotta make room for this because we're gonna end up using the table saw, I'm sure. And these I'm gonna do today at some point. On the live, not on live, not sure. But I finally figured out the best way to finish those off. Make some. I'm probably gonna need to use that too. Oh, I'll show you guys something cool I made. I made it last year. I didn't come up with the design. I bought the design. But these are selling like crazy. If you have a laser, you can create this yourself or buy the design on Etsy. It's $3-4, something like that. But I've already sold half a dozen of these, and I had it up. What is up, Mike? Hey, Mike, I told you. Matching your bald. Oh, I missed a couple tiny spots. Yeah, that happens. But anyway, on a laser, these little door hangers right here. This is actually a leftover from last year. It's covered in sawdust, but it sits. I don't know if we can see that. I have a door I can point at and show you exactly. These little like door hanger things are awesome, man. They're easy sellers locally. But it sits right there. Meow, little cat with a knife. People love them. And paint both sides. It's reversible, so you don't have to worry about what side. But yeah, I put these up on Facebook Marketplace. 3 days ago, I think, 4 days ago. I got half a dozen sales at $10 a piece for maybe 20 cents worth of wood. Maybe 40 cents, maybe. So if you got a laser and you want to make some quick sales, that's something to think about right there. Yes, aerodynamics, hydrodynamics. I guess I can't get in the pool. It's too cold now. So 2 Mikes and a Murphy, all with the same haircut. That's pretty funny. So what are we gonna make today? I'm gonna lay out some lumber and see what kind of ideas come, and then we're gonna make something. Put some sea lamps away. Don't need those right now. Oh, and while I'm doing that, talk about stuff on the laser. I also put on the Facebook Marketplace custom dog tags, showed the design I used for the band and said, hey, you know, this would work for a sports team or a corporate event or something. And already got a sale off of that too. Charge for two-sided, anything less than 50 of them. Charge basically $1.50 per side. Anything over 50, I'll charge $2 per side. And I had a person who wanted some for their kid's soccer team, and it's only 10, but hey, 10 at actually, I charged $3 a piece because it was two-sided. That's easy money right there. $30, all of maybe an hour's worth of work between design and laser time. That's pretty damn good right there. Easy money all day long. Okay, almost ready to go here. Lay out some wood, see what we got. Oh, good, Mike. Well, there's some ideas for you. You know, I showed it at last live, I believe. My process for designing the dog tags. You get them on Amazon for dirt cheap. Yeah, I got to start getting more into the autumn and Halloween stuff. I had some cool ones I used last year, but they didn't sell. I might try them again since we're still in the beginning of October. It's not too bad. I might want to try to incorporate some of these cedar blocks, these 2x2 blocks. I don't know. So we got a bunch of cedar blocks. Let me put the Craig jig away. A bunch of cedar blocks. And hey, other Mike, bald is beautiful. I've been shaving my head, well, at least a buzz cut, since 1997, roughly. 98, sometime just after I joined the Navy, and went, you know what, this is way easier. Keeps me in regs and saves money on hair products, and bought myself a razor, $30 or whatever, and saves money on haircuts too. And every now and then I bick it down. I did it in the summer as a joke, and it was a band thing. Dressed like the band director day during their summer camp, and he's got wicked receding hairline, so I bicked one into my head. Yeah, that was a fun day. Kids had a good laugh. I enjoyed it. So we got some walnut, we got some maple strips. That's more walnut. It's more of a square block there. That maple. That is maple. What else we got? Oh, there's some more maple. This sapele. There. Some more maple. Some sapele. And oop, I got those purple heart strips too. I think that's cedar. Really thin cedar strip. So I got some purple heart here. Sure, why not throw that out there? The cedar strip, we'll go put that with the cedar pile. More maple. What else we got in here? Anything fun? I got some planks. That is maple. So some thin maple. That is also lapel. That's maple. Different, slightly different shade. That's quite dark for maple. Pretty sure that's maple. I don't think that's sapele. I think I've only got the one little strip left. So we got some walnut, we got some maple, sapele, purple heart, and cedar. Of course, all the other little generic things too, but I'd like to make something out of this. Or again, I'll be giving this away today. And this is a piece I've been holding on to for a long time. I haven't quite thought of what I can do with it. Oh boy, this is gonna make things fall over the place. Yep. This right here, this is a piece of maple that someone did the electrolysis to. I think that's what you call electrolysis. Big old chunk. Can definitely do something with that. That's on the table too for today. So, what ideas can we come up with? Hey, there's Keith. It's all good, Keith. Welcome. Just the tip. Oh, nice. Nice. That is awesome, Mike. I love it when people get creative like that. All right, so what are we going to make today? What ideas are out there? I don't want to do candle holder again because I've already done that. I don't want to do shelf. I've done that. But I've got the pieces and parts here that I've always wanted to make a trivet. That could be done. I think next Wednesday, actually, I'm going to do a frame for over the oven. Like we have a stainless steel cover for the top of the oven. But I saw one that was out of 2x4. It was super easy and super cool. But that's a Wednesday project, and I don't have any 2x4 scrap right now, I don't think. So that's probably not going to happen. You know, in my description, I threw in there a box. I want to try to make a box. I just don't know if any of this is box worthy. I'm not sure. I'd like to do a watch holder at some point for an Apple Watch. Well, I'm going to make one for my daughter for Christmas that includes, so she can mount the charger to it. So I'll have a routed inset for that. But, you know, it doesn't just sit there on the bedside table. But it's lifted up. I've got a magnetic charger that does the same thing. Watch holder phone charger. Hey, we can do that. Using these materials here, let's figure something out. Watch holder phone charger. Okay, we can make that happen. Is that what we want to do? So what do we want to make it out of? Again, I got some walnut here that's fairly thick, not exactly straight. Some more walnut that's not quite as thick. Some maple, some sapele, and purple heart. And then cedar. And then I've got some other bits and bobs here too. I got some bigger planks of maple. I don't think I have any more walnut. That's a board. I've got some mystery wood. I think it's gum wood. I can't remember what the heck it is. Oh, up there, what do I have? Planks of cedar and some other stuff. And I got things that are falling over. See, this is a great trick because you guys help me make stuff. I give it away and it cleans up my scrap pile. So eventually I can redo all that and make it organized. So if we're going to do a watch holder phone charger, what we need is to sketch a design. So let me find, I've got a pen here. I've got some paper there. Cool. So let's sketch out a design. I'll move this out of the way. want to do something maybe slightly different than what everybody else has done. I don't want to just copy the design idea. Let's see here. Well, I'm going to lift this. Where can I set that? I guess I can set that there. That should work. And we can zoom. Boop. Here we go. Oh, I'm left-handed. That's probably the wrong place to put that. But that's fine. All right, so let's take some measurements. I've got the 42-inch Apple Watch, I think, but all the chargers are the same size. I'll have to look up what the size of that is, the diameter, because that will determine how big the base of that needs to be. My phone itself is 6 inches by 3 inches by what, half an inch thick? I can't remember the thickness of my iPhone. Yeah, about half an inch thick with the case on it. So we want I also want the phone charger to be at some angle, probably 10 or 15 degrees, something for it to lean up against. That needs a base. And if we do it right, don't really need to do, why not do it this way? Make the base a little bit longer. Maybe cut that at the same angle. Actually, even go and route in channel, so I don't have to be one continuous piece. Do this as a rabbit. So let's try that again. Got this piece here, that's rabbit. Ooh, that's going to be lots of fun to cut that rabbit, or that what's the word I'm looking for? Not rabbit. What's the word I want? Blade specifically for it. But we can make it happen either way. I can set that blade to 10 degrees or whatever. So this is one piece, and we cut that out. And then this should be the same angle, but you know what I'm saying. And then from the front, let's think of a front view. If that's the profile view of it. That's two pieces, maybe. Also going to need a slot for the charging cable itself. So we're going to have to drill a through hole. The charging, no, I don't like that. Cut a channel. So from the front view, like this, right? A little bit wide. And then cut a channel in the center of it to allow a cable to come through. That work? Maybe have to put something here, a small piece here on either side to lift the phone up just a little bit so a charger can come through. And then on that as well, you can either attach a piece to the side to hold the watch charger. I think that might work. Maybe. Hold the watch charger off to the side. I don't know that would might be too heavy. Do I have the wood to do that with, though? So here, this would have to be something thin, or I can rip something down. Might have to do a glue up. Oh, you know what? I've got stuff that'll work for that. I think I have some bits of maple. So this is, we'll do this in maple. And the base in walnut. Perhaps. Ooh. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to use up this purple heart. This, I think we do purple heart there, right? So I could take a few of these and I can cut them down and glue them together, join them. So I can make a wide base out of that. There's going to be some glue ups involved. I didn't want to do that, but it's going to happen. So purple heart down here with maple, maybe? Yeah, because I have wider pieces of maple than I do. Ooh, actually perfect. I've got this really thin piece of maple, which has already been planed down, I believe. Yeah, I planed that down. So I can actually clean up the edges there, join that to make the standing piece. This is going to have to be slightly different. I'll have to think about that as we go. All right, I think we have a plan. Purple heart and maple. I think that's going to look cool together. The white and dark. I think so. All right, I think we have a plan. Oh, plus I have some of this other maple here that's thicker if I need to use that. All right. Dado. Yeah, that was the name. Dado. My brain is broken right now. It's been a long weekend. Yeah, so there we go. That's what we're doing tonight, or this afternoon. Hold on, be right back. I gotta go yell at my son, make sure he's doing his homework. I don't know if the mic is gonna reach. I might lose the mic connection here. Caden, you doing your homework? Of course you do. That boy can poop on command. All right. Hopefully we didn't lose the mic. I think we have a plan. We'll see what happens. All right. So, where to begin? Well, first, let's clear this stuff off. Don't need these blocks right now. What I do need for them, though, is a place to put them. I don't have a home for that. On top of the laser you go. Bing. Sweet. Okay, so I don't need this piece. Oh, I guess I can zoom back out here. There we go. And we can lower that back down again. All right. We're back to normalcy here. All right. So this piece, I'm going to leave this out. Yeah, I really love this. I want to fill this with resin, actually. I think that'll be really cool. Maybe charcuterie board? 2 of them? Matching? Yep, that's what it'll be. Or candle holders. I don't know. Or something else like that. Put that in there. So we're not going to use the walnut. Put that away. But we're going to be using maple. So I still need to keep that. That's maple. Maybe I've got soft maple and hard maple mixed in there. I don't know. I'm not going to be using the cedar. But we are going to use the purple heart and not the sapele. All right, so now we got to straighten all this crap out. I need a joiner, bad. I don't have a joiner. I need a joiner. Okay, so where are we at here? We need to cut the base. Are these the same thickness? 2 of them are. Actually, all 3 of them kind of are. I think I planed them together. I can't remember. I had gotten a piece that was maybe that thick or that wide. And I had ripped it down into strips using cutting boards. Okay. Let's see how this blade, well, how flat is that? It's not. But if I cut small pieces, is that flat? No, none of it's flat. Right, if I cut small pieces, though, like there's not a whole lot to work with here to cut it down, to join it. Okay, that's all right. We're gonna make it work. Gonna make it work. All right. Let's get our fence back on there. Are we still true? Yep, we are. Cool. All right. So I want to take just a hair off. Just a hair. Now there's like a micro adjuster on here, but I've never gotten it to work. It just doesn't want to engage. I don't know why. Yeah, that's all right. A couple tappy taps will work. Okay. Like, it's just going to kiss that blade. Let's drop the blade down. I don't need it that high. Don't need that. If we don't need a pen right now. What I do need, though, is my jig. My ripper. All right, let's cut some purple heart. I haven't done this in a long time. Okay, got plenty of clearance there. I should probably wear breathing protection for purple heart, huh? Let's see how this goes. Plug her in. Oh. Anybody watch that early game? I don't know if any of y'all are football fans. I think I won some money on it. Okay. Takes off breathing mask, blows dust all around. Yep, that's me. All right. So now that I've got that, it's pretty flat. Both sides. Cool. So now I'm going to cut this down into strips. My phone is 6. The base, this is for the base, right? But the base needs to be about the same size as the top. So about 6 inches. Let's see how many inches worth I have here. Usable inches. We've got, just over 18. I should be able to get, I'll go 5 3/4. Because I don't want to mess with another piece if I don't have to. Although it doesn't have to be the full, 5 3/4. I think 5 3/4 for base. 5 3/4. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. All right, 5 3/4 inches. So I need the miter saw. All right, so I'm going to clean up this area and see where we go from here. Yeah, anybody watch the early game football? Hopefully nobody's a Browns fan because they screwed that up at the end. Big time. I had money on the Vikings. I was happy to see the Vikings win. I didn't really care one way or the other. I just had money on the Vikings. Whole 3 doll hairs, I think. I just bet for fun, basically, every now and then. Just playing around. Oh, so, Mike, if you're still there, you had mentioned something about squaring up the miter saw by adjusting the fence instead of adjusting the gauge. So let's see where those screws are to do that. Make that a adjustment. I don't know how that would happen, honestly. How does that, because there's nothing there. I'm not sure how's that fence in there to make that adjustment. Not sure how that goes. Your fence is bolted on a quarter turn, and a tap will let you nudge it a hair. Where the heck is that bolt? Where is that? Oh, it's got to be from underneath. Or right there. Found it. All right. It's time to break out the vacuum. One moment. Oh shit, I got all this attached here. Fuck. Is my vacuum full? How is that possible? So this stupid dust deputy thing doesn't seem to be doing shit. I am not happy with it. No, it's not full. Okay. I know it's not supposed to be like 100% efficient, but Jesus, so much stuff bypasses this thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I have no idea. Oh, it's by Oneida. Funny story about Oneida. They were a sex cult. That's how they originally started. I learned that from The Omnibus. Great podcast. Although it's about to be a less great podcast because Ken Jennings is leaving right here. Power. Let's power this thing. Oh, man. All right. Let's turn this bad boy on. Nope. I have that set to blow, not suck. There we go. All right. Running out of real estate. All right, good enough for now. Good enough for now. Well, good enough for government work, as they say. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, don't you know? I got stuff going everywhere. Sorry, I'm 3 lives answering questions, building project. Hey, no, it's all good. All right. Mike is multitasking. Shit. Oh, I got another pencil. All right. Of course, they provide you with this tool, and it's not the right one. What the hell? I don't know. It doesn't even work on the blade either. That's the thing. The kicker. Good thing I have other tools handy. There we go. There's the right one. Am I going to be able to actually move that, though? Yep. I was able to move it. So loosen that just a bit. Good luck on that one, huh? Let's move that out of the way. I need that for another project. Oh, fun stuff. Fun never stops. With Maker's Murphy. Okay. I see where there's some wiggle room now. Getting that one to move is going to be a real treat. Where'd that wrench go? Fjord wrench. Where did I put it? Put you down somewhere. Found it. Some mechanical advantage. There we go. Loosen that up. There we go. Loosen that up. All right, now, yeah, I see we got a little bit of wiggle room here. All right, let's see if we can't get this bad boy square. So, question for anybody who happens to be on here and is actually listening. Do I use the digital angle finder? Do I use a speed square or a combo square? Let's see here. Oh, shit. Move that. Way over there somewhere. All right, so Mike says the truest one I got, huh? Well, the truest thing I have, in theory, should be my digital angle finder. And we're going to go ahead and zero that on this metal plate. Get it loose. It's 0. Almost tighten it. 0 again. Okay. So I want to set this. Set this to 0 degrees, like dead nuts on 0 degrees. Okay. As true to 0 as, if I'm looking at it and I go, yep, that's 0, that's what I'm going to be looking for. So now, pull you down, right up against the fence there. That's at 90 degrees right now. Like 90.0 degrees. So how do I lock that in? I guess tighten it a little bit, nudge it if I need to. Get it to it just engages. Just engages. Just engages. Basically finger tight. All right, let's check that again. $90.3. So I need to. $90.0. Okay. So add a little torque to that. I'll work inside out. Okay. That's tight. All right, she's tight. Still at 90.0 degrees. Although, one thing I have found with this digital, shit, I should have done this before, is to move it and then set it again. Yeah, because I'm at 89.9. That's not going to get any more true than that. 89.95, actually. Okay. So now I know my fence is at a 90. And in theory, now let's check the bevel. Put these fence doodads back on here. Come on. I had a mark there. Okay. Because I did mess with the bevel angle a little bit. A little adjustment knob on there. Or, yeah. All right, let's recalibrate this. Zero that again. Now let's do that again. Pull that out more. Still 0. Okay. And let's see. Let's make sure this is at a 0-degree bevel. 90.8, so it's off just a hair. Come on. There we go. Where's that at? 89.45. 90.45. 90.1. 90.4. Okay. Then just a bit. 90.3. Okay. $90.0. Okay. Lock that in. So now I just need to adjust the indicator on that to be more. I got no more room to go that direction though. If I look at the left one though. Yeah. Okay. I know where I got to be. So I should be perfectly square at this point. That's the hope. Time to cut some. We're on track. All right, so power for the saw. All right, we got some power there. And where's the piece I just cut? Where did I set it down? That's got to be that one there. Nope, it's the other one. Okay, there we go. That's the one. So, oh shit. I'm going to cut off this little nasty chunk right here. Okay. And I said 5 3/4, right? 5 3/4. So tape measure. Need something to mark that with. So go to the combo square. Pull the pin out of it. And find 5 3/4. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go. I have 17 and a half. 3/4 times 3 is 9. Nope. 5.5 inches. I'm not going to have enough. All right, 5.5 inches. So. Okay. I'm going to mark. A little scribe away. There's my mark right there. One thing I don't like about this, I mean, this saw has a light, but it's essentially useless. Or a laser, I guess. I don't know. It's useless. Okay. take off just a hair. The top two to make sure they're all the same. On the same length. There we go. Okay. 3 little pieces. That's going to be the base. Should work. All right. Let's glue them up. Didn't want to do glue work today, but just going to be a function of I didn't have time earlier this week. So let's see what we got here. Let's move our drawing over. Other pieces. Glue these up. I use the super glue trick for that. Just trying to figure out what orientation looks the best. Definitely not that. I think the way I originally had it probably looked the best. Okay. So wood glue and super glue. Hey, what's up, Shoop? Hey, man, I saw you were on a live. I was like, man, got competing lives going on. All right, so I can actually get the glue open today. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. Not too much. Since this is not really, it's not like a cutting board where you need like 100% coverage of the glue. This is just to hold it together. I think I can get by with not really spreading it so I don't get a whole bunch of squeeze out. And I'm using super glue in lieu of a clamp. I think that should work. So we're going to have those two together. I'm going to get glue on my table saw. But I've already done a video on how to fix that when you do stupid stuff like this. Oh, shoot. It's sliding. All right. I'm going to leave that be for a minute or two. The super glue should hold that together here in a moment. Hey, thank you. Later on. So who? Oh, it's Schmoke. I'm sorry, Schmoke, not Shoop. My bad. It's the SH that got me. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in on this Scrapturday Sunday. So what we're making is a phone and watch holder for like a bedside table. Apple Watch is what I have, so that's kind of what I'm basing it on. And I'll hold the charger for that. All right, so that's going to dry up a bit. I got to clean that off before it gets too nasty on my table saw. Anyway, oops, shit! I just moved stuff everywhere. Let's get that cleaned up. Yeah, it's going to be a rough spot. I have to sand that a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to base it off the iPhone and Apple Watch. Apple Watch holder. And if one of y'all win and doesn't have that, well, we can make a Christmas gift. All right, so that's going to be the base. So now I just need to cut maple for the stand part. Do I have a piece of maple that I can use? I think I do. That I don't have to do a glue up. Let's see, what do I have up there? Like I got a ton of maple. Just don't know if I have a small piece that'll, ooh, even better. Oh, I wanted to use this forever. Oh, so even better than maple, this heart pine, 130-year-old heart pine. And actually, I'm going to reverse it. This is going to be the stand part. This is going to be the base. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. That is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Okay, sweet. So I need to cut this down. Let's see. How big do I need to make this? Do I want to make it the same size? Yeah, I do, because I don't want it to overhang a little bit. What do you guys think? Cut it to the same width, or have it centered with a bit of the base, have a bit of overhang, because we're also going to have a piece in the back to hold the watch charger. What do you think? Let's see the t-shirt. Oh, sorry. My kids got me this, well, via my wife, got me this for Father's Day. Hopefully you can read that. Let's see here. I'm going to step back a little bit. Yeah, just a dad who always came back with the milk. That will pop overhang. Okay, so overhang it is. Cool. Overhang it is. Yeah, I like a good dad joke. I like a good whatever. So, if we're going to do overhang, I'm thinking maybe an inch on each side. It's about an inch there. Where's my tape measure? Actually, we'll use this guy right here. Man, my calibrated eye is pretty damn good. That's 1 1/8 inches. So we'll go 1 inch overhang. Inch overhang. And so I got to add an inch. How do I want to do this? I can do it like this. Come on. All right. So 1 inch overhang on each side. Let me go cut that at the miter saw. Yeah, this stuff is gorgeous right here. Oh, man. Even smells really, really neat when you cut it and sand it and stuff. I planed all of it down at one point. The few pieces I had. I've made a couple different. I made some boxes out of it. I made some cribbage boards. Probably should have used the pin for that. That's all right. Yeah, done a couple different things with pine. It came from a house that got torn down. Family, well, husband and wife owned a thrift store, and they did a couple different things, and including tearing down a house. Oh man, I wish you guys could smell that. Man, it smells so good. Cool. And you know, I might even leave the tongue on there. So I'm going to cut out a dado for this to sit in. And what angle is that? Probably about 15 degrees. Let's get the digital angle finder again. Let's see if we can figure out what angle we want to be at. So, get that like that. Come on. That's a good angle there. That is 69 degrees. So that's 20 degree angle. All right, we can set our saw to 20 and go from there. Set our saw to 20 degrees and go from there. All right, cool. Oh, how did the comp go? It did not go well at all. And Jesus Christ, I almost killed half the brass section. So they've been having issues with, I don't know if you guys know anything about marching band or music or anything, but they've been having some issues this season with tempo tear. So the woodwind and brass they feed off of the percussion, either the front ensemble or the drum line. And the drum line and the front ensemble haven't quite been in sync. They can't hear each other very well, just because they're so far away from each other. And that throws everything off. And so it's been out of sync. Anyway, the band director decided on Friday to try something different, which was to put the front ensemble in the back of the field. So the drum line would be close to them for most of the show. And hopefully they would stay in sync, which would keep everybody in sync. Didn't work, but they only got an hour to practice that on Friday. So maybe they'll clean that up this week. That's neither here nor there, though. I fucked up big time. So we have a couple of props that we use in the show. This big 4 foot by 8 foot cart that's a caravan tent that I designed and built, and some giant boxes that are kind of steps that look like steamer trunks that I designed, and me and another dad built those. And anyway, so one last prop that was there was these flags that were like 20 or 30 foot streamers. They're on like a PVC tee, right? So these two girls grab them and they run across the field during part of the show. This big, long, wispy stream behind them. Well, they had set them up behind the boxes, but the decision was made to set them to the other side of the field and change when in the show that they were going to come across the field, which happened to be the end of the show. For the first competition, I had set them out, me and my wife. I had people doing everything else. So my wife and I set those out. Perfect. Worked great. Well, now it's to the other side of the field, but not just the other side of the field, another 5 yards further away and way in the back of the field. I screwed up. I set it basically mirror to where it was before, and half the brass section almost broke their ankles tripping over these stupid things that were laying on the field. And I mean, I was just cringing the whole time, like, oh God, oh God, oh God, because I told the people that were setting them out there on the field the wrong place. I talked with the band director about it, and for whatever reason, once we got to setting everything up, I just had in my head, oh, it's mirror to what it was before. And oh man, that was bad. So thankfully, none of the kids broke their ankles. Nothing bad happened, but I felt really bad because, you got these kids with horns marching backwards, and and that throws them off too. Besides all the other issues that they were having, so they came in third overall, but they came in first for percussion. Came in second place for a couple of things, visual and guard. So there was some upside to it, but it was not the performance that they wanted, obviously, and it wasn't the performance that they're capable of. But they'll clean it up. We got 3 more competitions before the year's done, and hopefully they can improve and do a lot better. And hopefully I cannot screw up where to put the props, since I'm kind of the props master. Yeah. Ooh, live tonight, testing something out. What time? What time are you coming on live tonight, Shoot? Moderator, please. Sure, why not? Moderator it is, Shoot. You asked for it, you got it. All right, so we're going to cut a dado. 20-degree dado. Uh, 9:30 so Central. Oh, I might be able to jump on that. Might put it on in the background. I'll be watching the Patriots, hopefully beating the Bills. But if it doesn't go quite as well as I hope it does, I might just turn that game off and turn on some Shoop. Oh, alrighty. Whew, all right, we're going to get to cutting a dado. Haven't done this in a while. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, horizontal. Yeah, I like horizontal lives a lot better. I like horizontal video better because if someone's on their phone, most people hold their phone upright, but when I'm watching videos, I turn mine horizontal. It's a bigger screen that way, but that's just me. I'm sure vertical does get more subscribers. Like live together has to be vertical. I guess that's for screen real estate. I don't know. I don't like vertical. It's such a small screen. I don't like being like, all right, this is all you get to see. This much. I don't know. That's just me though. I guess I'm just a weirdo. All right, back to the table saw it is. Set this bad boy. Oh, I got to swap out the throat plates. Bear with me a minute. That's my zero clearance. Set for 90. I think you're right. I think vertical does get more subscribers. But again, it's not my preference. But I don't make the big bucks. Let's set that to 20 degrees. Oh, I hate doing this. Unlock it. And let's go. Nope, wrong way. It sucks so. Oh, I need to zip tie that back up. Power cable. Kind of in the way. Good thing is 20 degrees is still within the realm of where this turns pretty easy. It's once I get above like 30 degrees where it's a real pain in the ass. All right, lock that in. All right, got a 20 degree on there. So, depth of cut. I want to go fairly deep with this. All right. Now, let's move a bunch of crap out of the way. I'm going to need that. Don't need that. Don't need that right now. Don't need that. I can go back on the scrap pile. Glue up is almost glued. Speaking of glue, let's move those glues. And make this happen. All right. So keep the tongue in the front or tongue in the back, or just cut the tongue off. I kind of like it though. Serves no real purpose. Holy crap. That's pretty awesome. 724 subscribers. Oh, so I bet there's something I want to ask today while I was on here. For those of y'all that have 500 plus subscribers, like I'm at just over 100 right now. I hit that milestone. Super happy about it. But did you notice there was something like, did you get to a certain number of subscribers or a certain number of videos or videos watched or watch hours or something where all of a sudden, boom, there was this huge spike? Or was it just natural and organic, or what was it that started shooting you up through the roof? I'm just curious. Keep it it is. I'm going to put that tongue at the back though. No, we'll keep it in the front. That way I don't have to cut an angle in the front to make it look interesting. No, shoot. Yeah, I'll keep it. Oh, shoot. Oh, because I'm going to, if that angle is that way, flip it over. That puts it at the back. Cut it that way. Yep, there we go. I think I'm thinking about this right. All right. So I want to go from about there and move my way in. Cool. All right, let's make this first cut. After I plug it in. So yeah, was there some kind of inciting event or whatever that all of a sudden you're like, oh shoot, I'm getting subscribers left and right? Maybe I'll start doing lives on vertical then. I am going to do a go live together at some point here. Watch hours up. So do lives count towards watch hours? Because not that I have a ton of watch hours, but I notice I get way more from that even after I've posted it. Like, does that count as a video? Because when you make it public and it's available afterwards, that's why I actually get most of the viewing for. Am I in the way here when I cut this? I guess I am. So I'm going to move the camera. Get out of here. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's not do anything stupid. All right, there's still enough material there that I think. So before I go any further, I need to gauge how far I need to go. Just to the inside of that line. Okay. Nice tight fit there. Just got to cut the bottom of that. That doesn't look too shabby, huh? Damn it. No, I'm just going to cut. I'm going to cut a dado out for the thickness of the. Oh, shoot. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on a second. This is going to get weird as far as the video is concerned. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's going to get weird for a second. Need to use my phone as a gauge. Okay, there we go. I'm sure the YouTube loved that. All right, so all I do is lay the phone down so I can gauge the next dado, how far I need to go with that. So I need le square, which is French for the square. Go to about there. Cool. So I can add that mark, which is my cutting side. That is my cutting side. Cool. So now I can lower that blade down by about half. That's where it's at right now. It doesn't need a whole lot to hold that phone in. Just enough. I'll move that. So now we're going to go dado the other direction. Okay. Now let's see what happens here. I love it when you get a board that's so flat that it kind of suctions to your table saw. That's a thing of beauty right there. I might have made that a little bit too thin. I think it'll be fine. All right. Oh, I got to cut this at an angle. I want that to be my front, that to be my bottom. Yep, there we go. So I'm just going to cut the smallest sliver off of this guy right here. So height, just above. Oops. That should be good there. That's a nice tight fit right there. I don't know if you guys can see. I can't see. Yeah, nice tight fit. Sweet, titties and beer. All right. And then there's room there for the phone to sit. I'm going to test that again with my phone. Video is going to get weird for a second. Oop, I need to open that up just a little bit more. I don't want to stop screaming. Stupid thing. All right, so I need to go a little bit more on that. Oh, that's interesting. I should have tested that maybe a different way. Okay, sorry about that. Now that I've raised my blade up, now I got to match the blade height again to what it was before. No biggie. I can set that there. Lower it down until it touches. Oh, you son of a bitch. Stupid thing keeps falling off. All right. That should be good. Okay. So that part's done. We've got our base. We've got our stand part. That'll all get glued together. Not looking too bad right now. Need a way to get a charging cable in there. Or what I'll do, I'll get a QI charging pad, a small one that I'll inlay into there. Have the cable just running out the back. That's what I'll do. Yep. I'll make this a magnetic charger. Come on. Why does that not want to seat right? There we go. Yep. I'll make that a magnetic charger. So now I need to figure out a piece on the back to hold the watch charger. Ooh, 4 more subs, Keith. You're so close. I'm just checking on chat here. Oh, that's smart, Shoot. I said you always upload it to public right after. Watch it with your second account, Bulldozer. Yep. I do that sometimes with my other account. Or I watch it. I go to work and throw my videos up, watch it from just no account. Oh, Keith is just four subs away. So if you know anybody, point them at Keith's channel. Get him those 4 extra subs. I want to see a live. All right, next thing to do is to dado another bit for the watch holder. So what are we going to use for the watch holder? I think this piece of maple. I can do a half lap joint there. That's a little big. I gotta look at how big the one is on mine. So maybe not that. Maybe not that. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. So what do we think? Will it be something maple? Do I rip a piece down of this heart pine, or something else for the cross piece? So I'm going to have a piece that's going to come in the back, do a half lap joint with a dado on the back. It'll stick out a bit, probably be about this wide. So I'll have to rip that down, and I'll use my I'll use a Forstner bit to cut the hole for the charger to go into. But this can't be too thick because the watch has to actually fit around there and still magnetically attach. So this is the perfect thickness. It's just the width isn't right. I just don't know if that looks good. The white maple on the purple heart, or should I go with the pine? I can rip down a piece there, recut it on the bandsaw maybe. So for a live key, that's actually really, really easy. You hit the live button. Like if you're doing right then and there, the only thing you have to add to it is whether it's made for kids. And you pick your orientation and you go. There's also the option on there that you can schedule it for later. And then you fill, just fill the description and whatnot. Again, whether it's not made for kids, your orientation, and then just schedule it. It's super easy. It's a couple button presses. That's all it is. So, what's it going to be? What's it going to be, guys? Maple, pine, even this maple here. I've got this stuff that's a slightly different color. Ooh, where's that sapele? That might work too. Or this cedar. No, that's not thick enough. Where'd that sapele go? I chuck it back in here? Oh, I did. That's sapele? I think that is. I think that's my sapele. Put that on there. Have it overhang a bit. I don't know. I think actually I'm going to go with that heart pine. Like the maple, but don't know if you want too many colors. Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, what's up, New Beginnings? Run down to Lowe's. That's why you were asking. Oh. So shoot, he's still 4 subscribers away. Like he can't do it today unless he gets those subscribers. If you're on here, you haven't subscribed to Keith's channel, to Two Dudes, please do. Please subscribe to his channel. Yeah, so where did I put... Where the hell did I put... Oh, it's still over there on the saw. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that heart pine. Yep. Heart pine it is. Just kind of keep those together. So how long do I need that? Need it to be at least that long, plus that there. And then the watch thing goes in there. and then cut it. Well, I'll figure out the height of the cut afterwards. But let's cut that there. All right. Former get them after this chest fit drop. Yeah, absolutely. We'll get there, Keith. All right, make a quick cut on the miter saw here. Drag over the power, because that's what I have to do. My shop sucks. Point the camera at the miter saw, because, you know, that's a thing. This outdoor table's coming out nice. I've been working on sanding it here and there. I got to get it done by Friday. Put these glues away for the moment. Need those again later. All right, now I just got to figure out the depth. So I got to go find my my charger for my for my Apple Watch. I haven't used it in forever. I think I know where it's at. So I will be right back. I will be right back with that. There you go, Shoot. Yep. That's the channel right there. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And hey, throw everybody else's up on there too. Everybody subscribe to everybody else. Your assignment, Caden, is it done?
Yes.
Show me. Boy. Where the heck did I put this charging cable? Oh boy. All right. No idea where that cable went. Son of a gun. No idea. No freaking idea. Thought I did. I do not. I have no idea where that went. That's cool. I threw it away? I don't know. I can look up the specs online. All right. That's what I'll do. Am I still connected? All right. Well, I can't find that charging cable. So I'm just going to have to look up the specs online. No problem. No problem at all. Hey, Ray and Sandy, how's it going? Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. Keith, you're almost there. Almost there. So I'm going to have to look up the specs for the, let's see here, Apple Watch charger dimensions. So diameter of 2.08 centimeters, thickness of 0.25 centimeters. Okay. So just over 2 centimeters. All right, so just over 2 centimeters, and a thickness of 0.3 centimeters. So I'm only really going to make this thing. If I do 3 centimeters, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I make it 3 centimeters wide. Do I have a Forstner bit? Do I have a Forstner bit that is the right diameter? Quick, what's 2.08 centimeters in inches? That's going to be just over 8/10 of an inch. Let's see here. 2.08 centimeters to inches. Yeah, 0.818 inches. Jesus. So what is that? 7/8? Do I have a 7/8 Forstner bit? I do. I have a 7/8. That's 0.875, so that's pretty close. Let's see here. Yeah, that's just a hair over 2 centimeters. That should work. 7/8. So 7/8 Forstner bit. To put the hole in there afterwards. Okay. So rip this down. Might not even resaw it. I might just leave it as is. No, I'm gonna have. No, I can leave it thick. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Shit, I gotta set this back to 0. All right. So there's. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, unlock it. Is it blade up? All right. Back to the digital angle finder. Where did I leave that? Oh, I hung it up. I put it away. Holy crap. I actually put something away. All right. Let's turn this bad boy on. Loosen her up. And 0 out. Okay. See if we can't get 90 degrees. Nope, wrong. I gotta go to the other. Ah, 90 on the dot. Okay. Right on the nose. All right. Sweet. That's set. Turn that off. Put that away. And rip this down. Oops. Let's pull that back up again. Do. All right. And we'll put in the 0 clearance plate. Goes this way. If you guys don't have a zero clearance plate for your table saw, I recommend getting one. I think I bought this one on Amazon. Pretty cheap. You can make your own too. I've been thinking of doing that with CNC, making a couple different zero clearance plates. So I can have some common angles on there that I've used in the past, 20 degrees, 15 degrees, 45 obviously. Okay, let's move that out of the way. We don't need you at the moment. What we do need is to see this line. Holy crap. I think that's it right there. Yeah, I gotta cut it that way. Yeah, this is how I want to do it. No, shit. Where's my line? What did I say? There's my line right there. I didn't draw myself a mark. Why is it, can someone tell me why is it you're supposed to draw your line on the inside of the square, the combo square, and not the outside? Like I was using the outside forever, and then, I don't know, someone said you're supposed to use the inside or something. Why is that? The more accurate? Okay. Oh, come on. Why is that popping up? A little bit. All right. Drop that down. Okay. Hit that. And I need power. Again, one of these days I'll have a shop where everything is powered all the time and I don't have to keep swapping around an extension cord. I had that when my power strip died and I haven't replaced the power strip. All right, here we go. All right, so that's going to be the charger. It's going to hold the charger. Yep, that'll hold the charger. I don't think I want it that thick though. I can cut that with the table saw. Yeah, we saw that on the table saw. I don't want to do the bandsaw because my bandsaw sucks. About that thickness. That's fun. Let's try that thickness. That is right there. Okay, this is going to be interesting. All right, we got a nice thin piece. Is that at least? Yeah, that should work. Should work. But I have this one as a backup. Cool. So now I need to figure out where I need to make that dado. Where to make that dado? Okay. Let's mark that. Oh, let's do it here. Okay, that's going to be a fun dado. And then this one here, I want I go. About yay high. You suck. Okay. There to there. And just because I do on the other side. There to there. Okay. Pull them apart. So for this, I only want to go down roughly halfway. Although it's a nice hard wood, I could probably go a little bit further. Get away with that. I think that's all I want to go. Okay. Whew. Time to start doing that. So let's set our blade height first. Where did I put my height? I put it there. So blade height and set my dado. That'll be the start of it. Okay. Check the chat real quick and then get to dadoing. One to go, Keith. Hey. Awesome. $40. Oh, you know what, Keith? I can be your 50th. Hold on. I'm gonna sign in. Switch account to that account. You got 50, Keith. I just gave you your 50th. I had never done it on my other account. Switch account. That one. You got 51 because I have multiple Gmail accounts. You are there, Keith. You can do it live now. Why didn't I think of that before? I'm a dummy. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. There you go, Keith. You're there. Looking forward to your first live. All right, I'm gonna dado this bad boy right here. I'll do it that way. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, I can keep it like that. Actually, I can do that without. I don't know what I just got caught on. Oh, you know what? I know what I got caught on. I've got a little fucking groove right there. Son of a bitch. Because I... Okay. Well, that makes things interesting. Decline. All right, time for a clamp. I kind of forgot I had done that. I haven't run into that problem. All right, let's try this again. What did I do? That was scary. I turned that, didn't I? Fucking A, I did. That's interesting. Whew! Oh, man. Don't like that at all. All right, well. Okay. It's going to look ugly on the back. I apologize, whoever wins this. So whoever wins this, you get an oops chunk taken out. That was, whew. That was not fun. Okay. I'll have to clean that up with a chisel. It's already too wide. Son of a bitch. Did that wrong. Well, I'm going to get rid of the oops chunk. Oh, no. I'll leave it. Damn it. Cut that too wide. All right. I'm going to cut a new piece. If I'm going to do that, might as well just do it. Let's get rid of that oops chunk. You're not getting the oops chunk. All right, let's cut this piece down. Let's not do something stupid there. I'm going to take that temporary fence off. Hey, later, shoot. Me and you, Keith. All right, I'm going to get rid of that. Reset that. So when do you think you're going to do your first live, Keith? Now that you can do it. As long as it's not like Tuesday night, I'll be able to watch it. It's almost a full centimeter right there. Okay. God damn it. Shit falling over. All right. Oh, you know what? I almost don't need to do. I don't really need to go much, do I? But I will. I will do the other half of that lap. Ooh. That's going to be cool. I like that. Where's my mallet? Where's my mallet? Maybe tomorrow night. Just okay, cool. Tomorrow night I can do. I can pop in tomorrow night. So if I set my blade depth to this, in theory that should work, right? I guess it's just going to be a hair. All right. I need to put. Only go to there. Pencil go. It fell down. Pencil fell down. Go boom. Oh, there it is. Oh boy, there it is. There it is. Okay. Pop that out. Shit. Okay, it's definitely the other way. This is going to be fun to do. I'm going to run into the same problem I ran into before. I'm going to have to put that temporary piece on there. I don't know. Don't think so. We'll see. All right. This time, let's use right tool. I do need that temporary on there. Okay. Clip that back on there. All right. I'm not going to be using that. 2 hands. Before I go further, I got to move a bunch of crap off the table saw. This stuff shouldn't be here anyway. That's bad form. That's the actual pieces I need. Let's fix this so I don't have an accident of some sort. Let's crap off the table saw. It doesn't belong here. Crap, off the table saw. Sweet. All right, continue. All right. Does it fit? That is the question. See if it fits. I think it will. I have faith it will. All right, I was off just a little bit as far as the length of the cut. Where the hell's my mallet? Let's get that. Ow. All right, that can be trimmed. All right. Did I put that on? Oh, I did it the wrong side. Doesn't really matter. All right. So until I get the charger, I don't want to really drill this because I want to make sure it's going to be the right size. I want to verify. So I think that's going to be it for today. But I just got to drill a hole and then sand it down, glue it up, send it off. So let's see who's going to win it. There's our cell phone holder and watch charger. Actually, I'm going to go grab my watch. Hold on just a second, just to show what it's going to look like. Can I borrow your phone for a second? Yeah. Because I want to see that this is going to work, this thing I just built. No, Jake, I wasn't opening a door to go outside. I was actually closing a door. Where's your phone? Be right back with it. I made a cell phone holder / watch charger. A cell phone stand. All right, let's see if this works. Okay. And then once I get the charger, oh yeah, that'll work perfectly. Awesome.
Isn't that just what's on your bedside
It
table?
is, but this is not for me. This is for one of my viewers. I'm giving it away. I made it out of scrap wood. 125-year-old pine wood and some purple heart. Purple heart is a really dense hardwood that is very expensive. So I'll put a magnetic charger inside of here as well. Yeah. All right, that's what it looks like. Do some cleanup work, maybe with a flush trim bit, and definitely some sanding. The next 3, actually, I think every Saturday the rest of the month. There might be one Saturday where I don't have a band competition. Definitely have one next weekend though. All right, so time to spin. Let's see who wins this. 25th, okay.
But that's when you
Whose? Oh, what party? Oh, okay. Is he doing it at the same place? Oh, okay. Yeah, Sunday will work, definitely. Let's see here. Wheel of names. All right, so who do we have in here today? I'm not doing my subscribers. I'm just doing who is actually here today. So I've got Plato did not show up. Mike did. June was not there. Darren, no. Father, no. Old Path, no. Soldier didn't come in. I think Kevin did, right? Keith. Let's see here. Shoop. Billdozer. Oh, that's you. So Shoop. Oops, where am I here? Here we go. Shoop. Shoop. Rain Sandy. New Beginnings. New Beginnings. I guess Heidi technically. Mike Stanifer. Okay. Okay, I think that's everybody. I don't think I've missed anybody. I got Mike. Got Shoop. Moms and Blessed. Blessed. Who did I miss? Oh, Mike. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. No, I got Mike on there. Mike is making stuff. Kevin Ellis. Kevin did show up, right? Or am I? Maybe he didn't. Could have swore I saw. Maybe I'm thinking of a live I watched last night or earlier today. Nope, I don't see him on here. Okay. So Mike is making stuff. Keith, Shoop, Rand Sandy, New Beginnings, Heidi, Mike Stanifer. I know there were more. The numbers were higher than that, but if you don't say hi, I can't add you. So shuffle, 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 and let's see who wins this phone stand. Shoot, there it is. Oh, hey, Keith, you almost won something else, man. Awesome. I will send him a message and let him know, get his address, and we'll make something again next week. I would love to do a dual live. Oh, shoot. I was in the way. Let's see here. Yeah, ended up on Shoop. That was the winner. Didn't realize my body was in the way there. So yeah, there we go. Send a message off, and I can't wait to do a live with you, Keith. That's gonna be really cool. We'll grab some scrap wood. We'll make some stuff, and what I'd like to really do is maybe get you, Mike, a couple other people to make some scrap wood projects on a Scrapturday, and then see if we can't sell them, and then donate to Mike's Angel Tree fundraiser. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but cool. One phone stand built, wasn't too difficult. How long have we been on here? 2 hours, roughly 2 hours. Actually, what time is it? 2.5 hours. Holy crap. So in 2.5 hours, basically built a phone stand. I don't have the parts to make sure I know the exact dimensions of the chargers, but there we go. Take some cleanup work, just some sanding. I'm gonna probably put this on the router table, just around the edges a bit. Maybe just do that with a sander, and then put a finish on it. That's it. I'll glue it up, put a finish on it. So cool. Hey, thanks, Keith, for hanging out. Anybody else that might watch this later, thanks for hanging out. Or if you didn't hang out, hey, you missed Missed a chance. Missed a chance to win something, and I don't know. So yeah. Hey, what's up? What's your idea, Keith? Man, I look like Uncle Fester. Hey, thanks, Ray. Pop back in. I just did the spin. Shoot won the thing. Pine on the top. To do what? Maybe a shelf? Ooh. There's an idea. Add a shelf to the top of it, maybe? Is that what you're talking about? And then can hold like a wallet or something up there? Yeah, I've got another. Where'd that little scrap piece go? I didn't chuck it. What did I do with it? Oh, it's over there. Just a sliver. Maybe, yeah. But I like the idea of adding a shelf up there, even if it's only yay big. Put, wedding ring, watch, different type of watch or something up there. Money clip. I don't know. But that's where it's at. Or keys. Ooh, keys. There you go. Could even carve out a tray in there. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I'll make some adjustments to this. Cool. Like the idea though. So I'm gonna hang it up for today. I gotta go do some weed eating. God, I love weed eating. I've got weeds that are taller than I am. I'm 6 foot tall. I gotta get that done. But hey, thanks for hanging out. And again, next Sunday, I'll probably shoot for about the same time, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. Oh no, Patriots are playing at 1. So it'll probably be in the evening then, probably 5, 6 o'clock next Sunday. So we'll do a Scrapturday on a Sunday again. Month of October is just kind of crazy for me because of band. Hopefully our next band competition goes better, but it's in a much bigger area. The competition is a lot different and a lot harder, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that subscribed, helped Keith out, helped each other out, and help grow our channels. So cool. I'll see you guys on the next one. Go make something.